KATC Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, nice and cool temperatures on the way. A quiet couple of days ahead. We will be watching a system out in the Gulf of Mexico, but no major impacts locally other than tides along the coast. We'll talk more about that in just a bit. First off, though, as we take a look at the radar satellite composite, we got a 24-hour loop going here and another good soaking with that frontal boundary late last night, early this morning, and some of the storms getting quite strong, which was not anticipated, where a couple of strong storms across southwest Louisiana actually produced an EF1 tornado just to the north and west of Iowa, where 110-mile-an-hour winds were found, some damage and also some wind damage in Jeff Davis Parish. Mostly minor and isolated stuff, but nonetheless, you got to watch each and every one of these fronts, especially as we get deeper into the fall season. We kind of hit that secondary severe weather season, and we got another good-looking front on Monday where we might see some strong storms. More on that in just a bit. Here's the upper level pattern. We have this upper level low that's actually going to be moving across Texas, so that's going to keep a lot of high clouds in the forecast. Here's our tropical system out in the Gulf, and that ridge of high pressure helping to shuttle that tropical moisture northward, but eventually those westerlies are going to push whatever system that may develop out here off to the northeast, so not a direct impact upon Acadiana, but an area of low pressure is developed down here in the Bay of Campeche. It is not organized. You can see the storms kind of a mishmash all over the place, but the National Hurricane Center, as I mentioned at 5, upping their chance of development now to 60% of a tropical or subtropical cyclone. That could be in a subtropical storm, a subtropical depression, or just a plain old depression or plain old tropical storm. Tropical systems, purely tropical systems, get their energy from the water, but the subtropical systems get a little energy from atmospheric conditions aloft and also temperature differences in the atmosphere. Bottom line, though, whatever's going to develop is going to be moving off to the northeast, and the latest computer model guidance here, some of the tropical models show that with something heading toward the Florida Panhandle. But again, this is a developing system, so the model's not quite there quite yet, but it gives you a pretty good idea. And the European model kind of in the same spirit, but we're going to show you a more recent model coming up in just a bit. But the Euro indicating a tropical depression or storm here, or some sort of storm system, and might clip southeast Louisiana, but the heaviest rains off to the east, and we don't get much of any rain out of this system. Maybe a few showers Friday into Saturday, and a better chance of storms on the way Monday with that next frontal boundary. Before that, though, we'll warm back up this weekend, but chill down nicely, and for a couple of days behind that next front. So here's the rain potential, and it's mainly going to be from Mobile on eastward, a 3 to 5 inch rainfall, certainly a possibility. Locally, we don't see much here in Louisiana at all. And offshore, it's going to be a wind situation. In fact, I have the wind sustained winds and the gusts now plotted up. So it doesn't look like quite a tropical storm, maybe barely a tropical storm, but we do see gusts well over tropical storm strength, 40 to 50 mile-an-hour range in the offshore platforms, especially at elevation. And winds could be gusting as high as 39 over toward Grand Isle. This is late Friday night, Saturday morning, but timing differences in the models, it may come in sooner than later. So the National Hurricane Center may have to upgrade this system if they want to raise tropical storm watches or warnings for Friday night into Saturday. Near term, though, for us, nice and cool. Plenty of clouds sticking around through tomorrow. I think it stays dry through tomorrow, but into Friday, a few light sprinkles. And then interesting, the latest NAM model has a lot of action off to the east and is a little bit faster, and it shows up nicely as the next potential tropical storm or subtropical storm. If so, the name will be Nestor. Here's the temperatures, though. This looks good tonight. Upper 40s for northern portions of Acadiana. We'll find ourselves in the lower 50s, I-10 corridor, about 53 in Lafayette, and then low to mid 50s along the coast. And rain chances, maybe a few showers this weekend, but no concerns with that system in the Gulf. A good chance of rain and storms on Monday, a nice cool down for the middle part of next week, and yet another frontal system arriving Friday, which will make the following weekend even cooler. Each of these fronts looking a few degrees cooler each and every time.
They've been getting better every time.
Yes, they are.
I love it. Thanks, Rob.